Yeah, so the idea is that you select this description of what's going on, what's wrong, semiology of epileptic seizure or anything wrong with the brain, and it will actually indicate which parts of the brain are affected. Okay, we simplified it quite a bit, but not enough. Okay, so start a new canvas, and we have some basic prompts. Make sure to include all the JavaScript inside the HTML file. There are 100 object files in the folder. I don't know, it's generating code already, which I didn't ask for. So that's the JSON file with the semiology examples. So we need bug fixes, or yeah, it's not changing anything. Okay, we're not seeing the brain. Shall we still have the JSON file in a separate, the JSON data in a separate file in the static folder? Can you explain why this might not work? It will fail to edit again. I don't know why is that happening. Right. Okay, we have something. It's really quick. That's good. Obviously, the render is not great. The render is not great. Let's see what it will do if I don't actually provide any prompt, just the images. And it's already modifying the code. Scaling problems, lighting, positioning. It's not off-center, it's just that not the entire brain is visible. Just in camera position. Okay, there's a couple of issues. First of all, not the entire brain is visible. We only can we highlight the region in red and the entire brain to be semi-transparent, a whitish color? Is that possible at all? No, which code? I think it's modifying the previous version of the code, but it doesn't matter because we're loading the entire brain model and highlighting specific regions. Yeah, one semi-transparent because we had it running before, and sometimes the highlighted region will be hidden inside the sulcus, whatever, whichever way you pronounce it. Like essentially inside the brain structure, not so it will be hard to see. And yes, we're highlighting specific brain regions. Yeah, go check out this site. Everything we do eventually appears on the website. Where do I start? Okay, so when we're loading the page, we need to make sure that the entire brain is visible, and we want it in a whitish color. Anyway, we want to see the entire brain. That's the most important bit. Then also we want the rendering to be more detailed, well, as detailed as possible, but without overloading the page. Well, currently it seems to be good. It's only 40 megabytes in the browser. Probably have to do a bit more. Also, can we make sure that this that the first that the first semiology is being selected when the page loads. So I want to say something useful when the page loads. Rendering improvements, brain model visible upon page load, that would be nice. Semiology example when the page loads, yes, the first one will be default. Rendering improvements, camera position, directional light sources, rendering settings. Okay, you know all about it, don't you? Okay, there's obviously a clarification is necessary. We don't have the whole brain model. We just have the 150 different parts of the brain. So when I say the whole brain model is plotting essentially all of those, all the brain parts in a whitish color, and the highlighted region should be in red. Yeah, the 150 objects will make the entire brain. That's right. Yeah, we can sort the color. Okay, this is okay. This is better. But how many brain regions are we currently displaying, rendering? Can we render all of them, or is it going to be too heavy on the browser? Yeah, we have those names. I'm wondering if that unknown, the last one, is it possible that that's the entire brain? Is it possible that that last object is the entire brain? Can we check? Yeah, I want to check that quickly, but otherwise it's looking pretty good. Yeah, we have 160 megabytes in the browser tab, which should be okay. I don't think most machines will be complaining. Well, it's definitely not mine. Let's take modified the JSON file before instead of... no, that's some stuff. Restore. Yeah, we have all the names. Okay, now that's Semiology. We still want to get it. Can we still get it from the JSON file? We want to remove the examples and use the JSON file. And well, yeah, the reason. Yeah, the rendering is not very detailed. It looks pretty decent. It looks pretty good. And the brain is not very detailed. Can you explain what defines the detail of the rendering, and how does it affect the memory usage? Okay, can we place the drop down at the top of the page, so above the canvas, the 3D canvas? Let's, at this stage when it's working, just do one thing at a time. The drop down is not on the top. Also, the Semiology examples returning an empty, and now it's better. Well, fetch is working because it's finished fetching. How do we increase the rendering detail quality a bit, just to try it out? Yeah, when you're modifying the code, it's actually, it's kind of funny. Some of them are darker, so yeah, we now only have 80 megabytes. We still have 160. Okay, now it's actually made the 4 edits. Okay, this is a bit more detailed. Yeah, it looks a bit funny, doesn't it? How difficult would it be to rotate the model and stop rotating when the user grabs it with the mouse? Then here's the plan, and then updating the code straight away. Okay. But the good thing about it is that, yeah, we don't have a backend for this. This is actually pretty good. Just take a few snapshots, see if we can improve the rendering. Oops, actually forgot to place them in the chat. just in chat. Let's see. Yeah, the other thing I want is keyboard shortcuts. The render size adjustment relies on container client size, which could affect rendering performance. If the window size changes frequently, consider using throttling on the resize event to improve performance. Okay, sounds good. The brain parts are extremely long and clutters the code. Consider moving it to external JSON file and loading it dynamically. What else? Consider using promise all to load all brain parts concurrently and reduce page load time instead of looping through each part sequentially. Okay, it didn't actually remove the... because it's still modifying this or something. Yeah, failed to edit. Yeah, of course. Okay, do we need to move? Did we? Okay, can you guide me through moving the brain parts names into a separate JSON file and modifying the HTML accordingly to use that JSON file in a static folder? First, we'll adjust the code. It didn't. Okay, so I have another JSON file. It contains all the names for the 150 brain objects. So it's just a script. Can you update the code accordingly? Error, even though there's nothing in the browser. It's loading okay to begin with. The page is loading okay, but when I select a different Semiology, something is wrong. Not the entire brain is not displayed anymore. Yes, sometimes fixing things is a pain. That's pretty good. How much do we have loaded? 155 megabytes. Any suggestions in the text only without modifying the code as to how the rendering could be improved? It looks pretty good.